Hello friends! It has been a hot minute since we have played Planet Zoo. If you don't know me, my name is Planet Becky. I often do stream. In the past I have streamed a lot of Planet Zoo over on Twitch. And we took a little break from it to play some different sort of games, but I am now back playing some Planet Zoo over here on YouTube. Now, the reason that we are doing this is because there are some great new packs out that I haven't been able to try yet, and there is a new pack coming out very, very soon. If you know me at all from doing streams on YouTube, you know I love the challenge side of things and not so much of the building side of things. So I want to pre-warn you that none of these zoos are going to look absolutely incredible. I need to pre-warn you that now. However, we are going to be building a franchise zoo. We're going to do it on hard mode because I like to challenge myself. I've not played in quite a while, so I have a couple of objectives for these zoos. Now, I know one of the main things that is coming out in the brand new pack that's about to come out soon, but also one of the more recent updates has been around education. I haven't played any of the education things yet, so realistically, I'd really like to try that out and see what's going on with all of that. Once a new pack has also been released, we'll be playing a lot of it over on Twitch, and we'll be playing it on here as well, and we'll be integrating a lot of it within our new franchise series. Now, I obviously want these franchise series to do really, really well. I want them to all make lots of money and, you know, lots of conservation credits. But we've got to get there first. So the first thing that we're going to do is set up our very first franchise. Now, our very first franchise is, we're going to try and make it as easy as possible to create lots of the conservation points so we can buy animals in other zoos, and we're going to try and do a lot of research within this first zoo. We will also be making lots of money just to begin with in really simple and easy ways. So even though I haven't played in a while, I'm hoping that some of the tips and tricks that I learned previously will keep up and will apply still within game. I am hoping and praying. But let's jump straight in. So we are jumping into a franchise. Now, I do already have a franchise open, but that is absolutely fine. We are going to shut that franchise. Yes, close it. That didn't close. Close it. There we go. Okay. Welcome to your franchise. What would we like to call it? We can change this later. Now, I am the least imaginative person you will ever meet, and I get asked these sorts of things like, oh, what are you going to call it? And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to keep it really simple for my little brain. We're just going to call it Planet Becky's franchise. Because that's all my brain can think of in this moment at 9:30. That is what we're going to call it. Oh, I can't. Fine, we'll just call it Planet Becky. We'll put a space in it, though. Alrighty. I am ready. We say that. We got 100 little conservation credits. Cute. Okay, I'm going straight in to edit it because I want a different badge. Oh, I want the elephant. Okay. This is what I will try and bring this up each episode so that we can look at some of our stats and see where we're going with it. Obviously, at the moment, everything is 0 because we haven't even opened our very first franchise zoo. I'm hoping that by the time that we get to the end of this series, we're going to have a good number of zoos. And I will probably keep this franchise going for quite a while. And we'll just add new zoos into it. Obviously, all of the zoos that we open will be on hard mode. Just because I like to challenge myself at the beginning. And as we go, I will probably try and do a little bit more like building. And try and get some good buildings in there. Obviously, to begin with, it's not going to be detailed at all. And it probably won't be detailed for quite a while. So if you really like detailed zoos and detailed games, I will link some creators in the box below. And you can go and check some of them out and go and look at some of their builds. Because I know some incredible creators. But we are going to go and select a biome that's nice and easy. So I'm going to go for a temperate, and I'm going to go Europe just because it seems pretty good. Difficulty, obviously we're going straight to hard. Terrain, this is brand new. I have not seen this before. Flat, sculptured. Oh my goodness, there's different example maps. Okay, to begin with, I'm going to stick with flat just because it's what I know. But we will jump straight in. I'm going to call this, I'm going to call it Paradise Zoo. Dice. Also, if at any point I spell something wrong, please don't hate me. Or, you know, do correct me, but don't hate me, because I am dyslexic. I do try to spell things right, but if I get something wrong, just comment down below. And let me know. Right, let's jump straight in. Alrighty. Jumping straight in. First things first. Pause. Because we don't want any money wasted. This looks so much like the English countryside sometimes. It really does make me laugh when these come in. So I'm like, ah, yes. This looks like the opening scene of Emmerdale. You know, as you do. Okay, jumping straight in. We want to get a little path in. In case you haven't played before, the width of the beginner's path is 7 meters. Really bugs me that it's not 8. Really grates on me, but we're not going to talk about it. It's fine. 7 to begin with. I'm going to come straight out. And to begin with, this zoo isn't going to be a pretty zoo. Now, I've done previous, like, franchise zoos before where I've done it, and I've done it with, like, proper breeding instructions, using some of other creators' techniques. I know that there have been a couple of creators that have done those sorts of things, and I'll link them down below if I can find their videos that will show you exactly how. Where is the ground curb? That's what I wanted. I wanted a curb. Okay, we are going to come straight off. We're going to grab a staff path to begin with. Just coming straight off to the side here. That really isn't straight. That's going to annoy me. Can I get rid of that? Actually, I'm going to do it a little bit further along. Just in case you're wondering there, just to delete that, I just right-clicked it. In case you haven't played before and this is your first time seeing the game, it's a great game. The path system will take a minute to get used to. Okay, so to begin with, before we do anything, we need to get some staff stuff in. I would normally just suggest getting one of each to begin with. You're not going to want to make it, you know, look all fancy to begin with. Quite simply for the fact of you only have $40,000. You don't want to go bankrupt, making this look absolutely incredible. This is, if that is something you want to do, I suggest sandbox mode, or wait until you can get a little bit further in to the game where you are playing and you've got all of these things already. I don't really have an order of doing this. I just like to kind of put things as and where I feel like it. You want to make sure it's a little bit away from this first path, because for some reason guests don't like to see that people actually work in zoos. I am going to put my staff room at the front there though, because that is what our staff are going to want most. Okay? Perfect. That is my first little group of staff things. The next thing you're going to want to do is grab a staff of each thing. I'm going to grab a caretaker, a keeper, a mechanic. You don't need security to begin with, and you don't need an educator to begin with. Those are things a little bit further in game. You're going to want to get at least one vendor to begin with, and a vet. Actually, you probably don't even need a vendor, to be fair. But we'll grab one anyway. Okay, going back to the pass. I'm just going to very quickly just run along and upgrade these so that they have a curb on, because it's weirding me out that they didn't. Okay, I'm also just going to extend this out just a little bit. We're going to keep it nice and simple to begin with. If you watched any of my previous videos or previous streams where I'm playing Planet Zoo, you know for a fact that I do not mess around when it comes to making things look pretty. I'll put a couple of flowers down, but that is pretty much all that you are going to get from me. Okay. we're going to start off with a nice little exhibit. If anyone has watched my previous streams, you'll know that these exhibits with a specific type of animal in will make you a lot of money. Oh my goodness. How did it know? How did it know that that's what I was going to go for? Goliath beetles, my friends. Goliath beetles is what you're going to want to get. I'm just going to unpause for a second, refresh this list, and pray that there are some more Goliath beetles. Okay. If not, we might have to get something else. But the Goliath beetles are normally a hot shot. Oh my goodness, there's only a male. That's so annoying. Okay. We'll have to start with something else. But basically what you're going to want to do is grab something that gives birth a lot and that you can sell them. So I'm going to go with a Titan beetle instead. I'm going to get 2 females and I'm going to choose the better of the 2 males. Not that either of those are particularly great. And I will send all of those to the zoo. First thing you're going to want to do is just make sure that this climate is perfect for them. You want them to be as happy as you possibly can. So I'm just going to raise that temperature just a smidgen to make sure that they are happy. Now, the next thing that you could do is you could get that research going straight away. Now, the reason that I choose like these exhibit ones first is simply down to the fact that they are good cash flows. They bring in a lot of cash once they have babies because these ones often have more than one baby. And you can kind of just sell them on and they do bring in quite a good amount of cash. Okay, next things up. We're going to want to get in some guest facilities. Now, since I played, they have added a new thing in called a restaurant, which is really, really cool. These weren't here last time I played, so I'm really excited to try these out. And I'm really tempted to pop a little restaurant in to begin with. Now, I do know 1 or 2 things about the restaurants from watching other content creators' videos on this. Now, I don't quite know how all of this works with absolutely everything, but we're going to learn as we go. And if you guys have any tips or tricks where you're like, hey, you should definitely try this out, let me know in the comments below. Okay, I'm going to pop a little restaurant down. I have no idea what this restaurant does. Now, I think you have to link restaurant benches, I thought. Let's have a look and see if I can find them. Restaurant table. Here we go. Oh wait, I like this one more. Okay, so I don't know if you have to place them on a path or anything, but let's have a look quickly. So, link tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There we go. That seems like these tables here are linked. So I'm not quite sure how our guests are going to get to them because they're off the path. But I guess that's something that we'll learn in the future. Now, obviously, I'm painfully aware that this is very much all open. I guess at some point we would need to enclose it into like a bigger building. But that's absolutely fine. We can learn that as we go. Now, we only have 6,000 left. So, realistically, I do want to try and get 1 animal in. And I am really tempted to go for an African wild dog because they do get babies quite quickly. But I'm also thinking that we can try and do... And I'm just selecting... Here we go, Thompson's Gazelle. That's what I wanted. Ah, perfect. So Thompson's Gazelle are one of those animals that is good at going with other animals. You can get loads of different animals in with them. And they do, from what I can tell, produce babies quite quickly. So I'm going to grab a couple of these. I'm going to grab 2 females. That one seems a little bit better. And I'm going to grab this male as well. I'm also going to see if they've got any springbok, because that would also be quite a good one. Whoa. Okay, well, we could spend a little bit of our conservation credits and get a couple of the females as well. Because these also get a lot of babies quite quickly. And we can get some conservation credits going for them. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 15 conservation credits on that male. You can also filter this, by the way, just by cash listings. And confirm. And I'm going to pray. Yeah, there's no males here. Okay, well, this one doesn't have great longevity, but it does have really good fertility. Okay, I'm definitely going to go for that one, even though the longevity isn't that great. But the fertility is pretty good. I will go for that one as well. I'm going to get one more. I think I can maybe do 3 of these. I'm going to go for that one right there. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create like a kind of big enclosure. I think I'm going to pop it in this area right here. And we'll pop some education around it. And we will see how that goes. So we want to grab a quick barrier. Now, if I jump back into the Zoopedia here... Let me just have a look. So we're going to need... So we've got like 3 adults here. This is new, by the way. This is so useful. I used to struggle with this. And I used to just create this massive enclosures that no one needed. So it's got to be at least 535. But then if I pop in 3 of those... There's going to be at least 1,000 square meters, I would assume. Grade 2, 1.25 for both of those. That is great. Okay, so grade 2. I'm going to go grade 3 here. The wood logs. I always really like the looks of the wood logs. 2 meters up is actually perfect. So let's just grab these going out. Just take off my angle snap because apparently I'm not placing these down very straight. But that is fine. I'm going to go like this. I am very simply going to create a very simple square. Like I've said previously... I'm not looking at making this, you know, like the perfect zoo or anything like that. If that is what you're here for, you ain't gonna find it. No, I joke. You will at some point, we will at some point do a little bit of work on these. Now, I am only gonna create a couple of these with the glass panels. Simply down to the fact... that the Thompson's gazelle do get stressed. And that is something that we don't want to be happening. Like, we really don't want that to be happening at all. So, let me just grab the species up. So, we did Thompson's gazelle and springbok. Now, there won't be any enrichment things at the moment. Simply down to the fact that we haven't researched them yet. But that's okay. That's not an issue. We're going to grab a quick basic wooden shelter and we'll pop in some bedding and we'll grab food. I'm going to grab a large trowel and a little water pipe here. I think that should work perfectly to begin with. Okay, let's grab our animals. So we've got quite a few here. And I'm going to send all of them in. Now, as soon as they're in, we can then start editing this a little bit and all of that. So let's just wait for them to get added. Now, our guests are starting to come in because we do already have a couple of animals. Now, I'm going to keep an eye on this. Let me just have a look and see what these people said about the price. It's great. That means we can probably up the price just a little bit. I'm going to go 4 and 3. Okay. Let's see what these people said. It's good. I'm going to go 5 and 3. These have also said good. Let's just see what these people here say. Give it a second. It's fair. There we go. If they're saying it's great, you can up the price. If they're saying it's good, you can probably still up the price a little bit. If they're saying it's fair, that's when you want to stop. Okay, so we need way more short grass and some soil, actually. You want to make sure our animals are happy. So I'm going to go some soil. I'm going to put this in, like, areas where I think would be, like, trodden quite a lot. Make it look a little bit natural. You know, if you think about, like, areas where they're going to be walking quite a bit. I'm also just going to grab the nature side of things here. And if you select these, it does filter them here, which is like the most useful thing that Frontier put into this game. Like, honestly, the literally most useful thing. Okay, I'm going to edit this enclosure and I'll be back in just a hot minute, so. Okay, friends, welcome back. We have very quickly just decorated this. I've just put in a little pool here, or paddling pond, or whatever you want to call it. I will probably need to add in a water cleaner. But the first thing that we need to grab, actually, I've realized, is that we don't have any donation bins. And that is how we're going to get all of the money out of our guests. So we're going to grab some donation bins and we're going to just pop them everywhere. Anywhere that a guest can view an animal of some form, we are going to pop a donation bin. I'm going to pop one on each side of these. And we're also going to want to pop in a little bit of education as well. So let me just grab the exhibit education here. Now I'm hoping this should still run off of the power from our entrance building. However, let me see if I can remember how to do this. I think maybe we need to go into... Ooh, how do we do this again? Can I remember? Let's just go into facilities because I think that might just be the easiest way. Now, we don't have anything to treat that water over there, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. And I think if I can place this on this side over here, like this, that should be fine. But we need to gain a little bit more money before I can do that. So let's pop up some more education boards real quick. I'm just going to keep these really simple. I haven't designed anything. I know that that was one of the things that came out of a more recent update, was you could put your own sort of spin on the education boards. Which I think is really cool. You can kind of design your own education boards. Because, I mean, each zoo has kind of their own education spin on how they educate the public on a lot of their animals. And I think that's really cool. And I think that's something that maybe we might look at doing again in the future. So this one here has no power. But this one does, so it's fine. And that one we can put as Thompson's Gazelle. I'm really hoping that these two over here will have power. Springbok. Yes, perfect. So we'll need to extend the power out just a little bit so we can get into that one over there. But for now, let us just let the game run for a minute. A VIP guest has arrived. Will the Titan. Hello. Now, saying hello will give us conservation credits. So make sure that you're always saying hello to those people. We know that we're low on cash, but that's okay. Let's see what we... Oh, great. That's 1,000 right there. Now, we are kind of low. We are losing a little bit of cash, but we are slowly gaining it back. Very slowly. I'm also very quickly just going to grab a guest facility. Let me just see if I can find them really quickly. Maybe it's not. It's under here. We just want to grab some bins so that our customers... Now, we've attracted protesters already. And this is 5 animals. Okay, oh damn, it's in here. Now, I can almost guarantee you it's because they are stressed and trying to hide. Now, that is simply for the fact that we don't have the one-way glass. And that's gonna keep happening for a little while. Let me just check how many of these animals we have. We already have 9. That's amazing. Okay, I am going to get rid of my slightly older ones. We'll get rid of a couple of them. We will send them to the trade center. And I'm also going to get rid of 2 of the males. And we can quick trade those for 703.42. That's so good to begin with. Now, obviously, we are going to want to keep trying to do that. And I'm going to see if we can even get another sort of... Now, we don't have a security guard at the moment, but I don't think we need one right now. Okay, so I'm going to let this game run just for a little minute. Oh, amazing. Already, our vet research is complete. That is for our Titan beetles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to them, stop doing that and do Thompson's gazelle instead. Now, once again, this is simply down to the fact of people are here. It's going to attract the protesters, but it's fine. We should really get our, actually, before I let this run for a minute, I'm going to grab the mechanic to start researching barriers straight away. Okay, I'm going to let this run for a minute. We will watch the protesters come in and protest the fact that they're stressed, which is going to stress them out even more because you're protesting them being stressed. But we're going to let this run for just a minute. I'm going to drink some of my iced coffee. And we will... Oh no, someone has damaged this. Okay. Hopefully our mechanic will come and fix this. We'll see. Let this run for a minute. If they haven't fixed it within a couple of minutes, I will replace it. I'm going to drink some iced coffee and watch this money come in just a little bit. Alrighty, we are back. Great time to come back. We just got a fine, but that is fine. Don't worry. We are going to replace this real quick because the they have not come out to fix it. I'm very quickly just going to upgrade our layout for this. Vet research is complete. That's amazing. The thing is, they wouldn't be so stressed if these protesters weren't here. That sounds so bad. I'm also really tempted. Maybe if I just pop up. And one thing that I've seen work before is that if I just throw up a wall, like a 4-meter wall, like that, then they're going to have a place to hide. They're going to get so stressed. So they can run in here and hide behind this wall. But we have gained a little bit of money. Not a massive amount, but that's okay. But our vet research is complete once again. That's amazing. They've now done twice on the Thompson gazelle, so I'm going to do Springbok just for a minute. Let's see if we can get some enrichment things into here. Amazing, so we can get a grass ball feeder in. And a grab ball in. That is amazing. Okay. And it's literally just down to the fact that they're stressed. But as soon as we get the one-sided glass, it will make life so much easier. So much easier. We're going to say hello to this player. Kika Zez, very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for awarding us 20 conservation credits. Let's keep an eye on this. Oh my goodness, we're about to have more of these. Oh my goodness, look at how many there are. Okay, so let's go this one. We'll select all of them. Oh my goodness. What's going on? We're going to keep some younger ones if we can. Oh my goodness. And send the rest of those to the exhibit. Trading, and we can sell those for a nice little profit. Okay, I'm gonna pause real quickly and we're gonna grab the water cleaner thing that we needed, so water treatment, and then that's gonna help keep that nice and clean. Oh, helps if I could place it where I need to place it. Okay, if I go like there, and then I can just attach a quick path. That is not an issue. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Oh, that's a queue path, that's why. There we go, nice and easy. Okay, friends. There is a lot going on here. I don't know why I did that one. we are going to finish up here. So we have the very first day, you could call it, into Paradise Wildlife Park, or Paradise Park. What did I call it? Paradise Zoo? I can't even remember what I called this zoo. Isn't that good? What did we call it? Can we find out what we called it? I have no idea. Zoo. Here. Paradise Zoo. That's what we called it. Very good. So we're not making a massive amount of profit right now, but I think that we will be able to get there. I hope you've enjoyed this. We're going to keep going with this zoo in the next episode, and we're going to seriously build this out and build the world's greatest zoo franchise, and gaining all the money, but for the conservation of animals, and that is what we are here for. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. My name is Planet Becky. If you like this and you want to see more of this, do click the like and subscribe button. I would be so grateful for that. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays and Sundays, and possibly in the future Planet Zoo might be making a comeback to Twitch as well. So keep an eye out on that, but we will keep it on YouTube for now. But if you want to see me play some other sorts of games, do check me out on Twitch as well. The link is in the description below. I hope you all have the best week. I'm really excited to do this franchise and to keep going with this, and I'm so excited. I hope you all have the most amazing week, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, friends.